Hello everyone, Mr. Starkin here. Welcome back as we continue on with our Lucasfilm demonstration of our D23 day. This time taking a look at a pack that I'm very happy to cover because, well, a lot has happened with these characters in the last year. It is the Rebels pack, and we have Kanan Jarrus here with Ezra Bridger because, well, why not? Hey, Ezra looks kind of different. What's going on, Ezra? Okay, so sorry about that. I just wanted to do a quick little joke before we begin. But hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying today's D23 day as we are taking a look at the Rebels pack. And this is a pack I am extremely happy about covering because, well, I binged the entire thing of Rebels. You can check out my review of that back in I'm trying to remember the year now. 2020. It seems like it's 2022 because that's when all the shows came out. But anyway, this is the Rebels pack. Probably one of my favorite ones because, again, and also, it's great to talk about these characters because they've appeared in live action recently. It gives me a chance to talk about what made them original and hopefully their potential future, which could be announced at D23. Hopefully, because we know Ahsoka got a season 2. But anyway, the characters in this pack include our Ahsoka Tano, Chopper, Ezra Bridger, Hera Syndulla, Kanan, Sabine, the Seventh Sister, and Zeb. Now, of this pack, how many characters appear in live action? Ahsoka, Chopper, Ezra. I actually met his actor at his voice actor. I met his actor, the guy who plays him in Ahsoka at a convention. He is really fun, but I'll talk about that when we play as Ezra. Hera, she's appeared in live action. That's four so far. Kanan hasn't yet. I'm going to preference with this yet because I don't know if he's going to be here in season 2. Sabine has. Seventh Sister has not. And Zeb has appeared in The Mandalorian. So far, that's a pretty good number count. When you think about it, that is 6 for 6. Not really 6 for 6, but that's 5 for 5, I believe. Anyhow, I'm extremely looking forward to covering this pack. I didn't know what character was needed there, but a Poe is apparently there, even though they would suffice, one would think, because they did fight for the rebellion. But anyway, this is Kanan Jarrus, a.k.a. Cara Dune, who was in The Mandalorian, not in The Mandalorian, in The Bad Batch as well. It was great to see him in there because he kind of got an origin story as we just kill that innocent guy. Okay. He is a Force wielder and Ezra's master. He has a really decent arc. Again, it's interesting because this pack more directly takes place before the events of Season 2, which is a more interesting season. Oh, this is the cheat guy. Okay, I was like, what's there? Anywho, he's definitely more kind of I don't know if he is the leader, but he's a bit more reserved about necessarily joining the rebellion and what that could possibly mean for his group. His main goal is to keep his group safe. It's his main goal through a lot of the show, and he does ultimately sacrifice himself in the ending to save his group from Thrawn's attack. Oh, you're gonna be a problem, aren't you? I see how it is. To save his group from Thrawn's attack, and it's great to see the Thrawn made into the live action. He also goes through an incredible arc where he has to basically be blind and figure out how to use the Force to basically figure his way out. And I believe that's a really great episode. Not necessarily a great episode, but great episodes of the show. But his apprentice is Ezra Bridger, who appeared in Ahsoka, and it was really great to see him in Ahsoka. The actor who played him looked a lot like Jesus. I will admit that joke is pretty funny, where he looks like Jesus. He really does. A lot more than I believe Ewan McGregor. But I met the actor at a convention with the actress who played Morgan, and they were pretty fun together. I'm going to switch to Chopper because I'm curious if Chopper can do his ability. No, he can't. Okay. Anyway, I really do like that he was very fun, and he very felt like he embodied the spirit of Ezra Bridger. I really do like Ezra Bridger's included in this game, especially his more Season 1 attire, because he still has that blaster lightsaber, which I think is one of the cooler lightsabers. I wonder if they're ever going to adapt that into live action. I know that there is the... I do apologize if I stymie my words. I do know that there is the version that exists in Galaxy's Edge, which you can purchase. But I'm very happy that he got adapted into it, and I believe the person who's adapting him is doing a good job, at least as of right now. The main thing I wanted to say earlier about Kanan and why I believe not yet with Kanan is because Ahsoka Season 2 is in production. It hasn't started filming. So mainly because of that, I'm saying a big maybe unless they announce that Ezra. Sorry, we know that Ezra's in the show. Unless they announce that Kanan's coming, but we're taking a look at Chopper right now, who is voiced by Dave Filoni, for those who don't know. He is an astromech who basically helps with dear old Hera. Hera is basically, I don't want to necessarily say his master, but it is his master. He helps serve her, especially during the events of the Bad Batch. Yes, Hera is in the Bad Batch, which is very important to know. And Hera does strike... Why am I doing it while I'm telling as Ezra? I should be Hera for this section. I know, right? Let's be Hera for this. She is the pilot of the group. She is phenomenal. And she's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, which I have so much mixed feelings about. Not because I don't like her as an actor. It's just because she's way too young to be playing Hera, at least especially where Hera is in her point. Because at this point, Hera had her and Kanan's son, which is a whole can of worms. Force Ghost, I like to believe. But she is a pilot. It's very interesting seeing her. She doesn't really have an arc because she basically just needs to prove them wrong. But she is the mother of the group, which is a very interesting choice. But again, that's because she has to serve a particular role. It's also because she's the pilot. She also has a scanner. That's what I was looking for. I was like, is there a scanner area? There is. So we can use the scanner. She does have a gun, too, which is very helpful. A blaster. I wonder... What? Sorry. And that's a grenade point. But I think I know a character that would definitely have a grenade. And that would be Sabine. Does Sabine have a grenade? She does! This is Sabine Wren, my personal favorite character from the show when I was younger. I thought she had a really great design. She is a Mandalorian, and while they are giving her Force abilities, which I have so much mixed feelings about just because I'm not trying to be like those people on the internet. It was also because I thought she was really awesome because she didn't have Force abilities and was still trained by a Jedi. She was trained by Kanan to basically learn how to use the Darksaber. And she was pretty fun, but I'm curious what's going to happen, especially because they're trying to create an interconnected narrative. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to adapt her storyline and the Darksaber, especially with the fact that Ahsoka and Mando are supposed to cross over down the line, and they are all still in the same universe, so everything still counts. We're going to use that grenade there. But things... Whoa, that really went off, like, very much. Oh, there's a carbonite thing there. Did not know there's a carbonite there. Interesting. But anyway, speaking of characters from... we cannot not talk about Zeb Aurelius. The character that Ezra butts heads with so many times, it's not even comical. Yes, this character is famously voiced by none other than, I can't remember his name, Steve Bloom. He is a Lasat. He's basically the proto-Chewie. He has a fantastic story narrative with Agent Callus. I know a lot of us just like, it's a fantastic narrative because it is a fantastic narrative. You have not watched Rebels, give it a try, especially if you're interested in what's going on with Ahsoka. It's actually pretty decent and really fun to watch. But I do like his relation with Ezra, how it doesn't really evolve, it kind of stays the same, but it feels like a big brother situation. And then we're going to take a look at the Seventh Sister, because we got to end with Ahsoka, right? This is an Inquisitor. Inquisitors are Jedi hunters. For those who don't know, they're basically Jedi who were taken under the Empire and had to train with them. And had to follow their rule. It's a very interesting concept. I don't want to say interesting concept because it is really decent. I don't know why you're being burned alive, buddy, but you do you. I'm actually curious if Zeb can break that, because Zeb should have super strength because he is a Lasat. No, he can't. Interesting. Because he's always portrayed as the strong one. But I do like that she can fly. She is voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar. For those who don't know, Sarah Michelle Gellar is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I thought that was a pretty cool factoid. I did not know about that right there. But she does perish on the Sith planet with Maul. Maul doesn't perish with her, but she does perish while fighting Maul. And it's a really interesting episode. But I do like that her lightsaber can fly. I'm a bit upset that they didn't choose the original Inquisitor voiced by Jason Isaacs, who does a phenomenal job, but I understand why. But now we can look at Ahsoka, who I love because she has the dual lightsabers. Oh my goodness. And they're white. That's so awesome. Ahsoka, why are you winning almost every list you're in? I didn't know. There's a carbonite here, too. Interesting. So yeah, I really do like that Ahsoka is included in this pack. I don't know why she was included in the. Oh wow, that probably explains why. I wonder if she can go in here. No, she cannot. Interesting. I know who can. At least I think I know who can. Can Chopper go in there? Chopper can. Yay. But it's because she's more of a dull version who has rejected the Jedi Order. It's very interesting. She basically becomes a Time Lord. Again, I don't really love the ending of Rebels, but it does offer a bleak future for the characters. But we're going to play with Hera's. We're going to do a race with the Ghost, because as the vehicle included in this pack, I think it's a great vehicle to include. And yeah, let's get into the race. Because as I fail horrifically, just hit it. Okay, the Ghost is her ride, and she does a great job flying it. She's the pilot, even though she has to learn how to use a new jet by some squid creature. It's not a horrible episode. I think it's maybe one of the worst episodes because it's just like I don't think Hera really needs to prove herself to them, because Hera has always been kind of an awesome pilot. But I'm going to be very curious to see what her role is going to be, especially in Season 2 of Ahsoka, with Sabine and Ahsoka being stuck on that planet. But anyway, we're going to get to the level itself, and we're actually going to do a much different level this time around. We are going to do Luke's Island, because I feel like that's a good level to incorporate with them with. Anyway, let's get to it. I'm going to skip the opening because YouTube and copyright with that stuff. Anyway, let's get to the level, and we'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so we are on Luke's Island, which is going to be awesome. Hi, boss, for some reason. Yeah, we are having Ezra there, even though automatically, if you'll let me, I want to switch you over to Hera so we can move it over. So yeah, this is actually one of the ones I actually think I have a really good prediction on, because I know a lot of these videos have been lacking the prediction videos, but it's just because I really do have a really good prediction on what I think is going to happen at this year's convention with the D20 with these characters. In all honesty, I think I do. Because I generally do think that we are going to get the announcement of some castings or more involvements with Ahsoka Season 2. Mainly because Ahsoka Season 2 is entered production. We know Hayden Christensen is coming back. A lot of the original cast is coming back too, so that's not much of a surprise. But at the same time, we don't know a whole lot going into it, and I desperately feel like D23 would be a time to kind of reveal some casting announcements. And mainly, I want them to announce one major thing, and that is to announce that Kanan is coming, or they have an actor in line to play Kanan, because I think Kanan is a great character, and I desperately think, especially with how it ended, they need to have some kind of Kanan information for those who did not necessarily watch Rebels all the way through like I did. That's why I'm desperately thinking that Kanan needs to be included in one shape or form into the next season of Ahsoka. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't in there or mentioned. I do know that his lightsaber is in it, which is even stranger, because it's just his lightsaber. Not necessarily what I would have chosen directly for him, but okay, I should use the vine thing real fast. But I really don't care. I definitely think we're getting an announcement of Kanan, and maybe the announcement that Zeb is going to be more of a focus in the series. I didn't know if Sabine could do that or not, so I was ultimately just guessing. But yeah, I do believe we'll get some kind of word about that for sure. I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Got smaller for a second. There it is. Okay. Anywho, that's my semantics for that. Let me switch over to Sabine for this one. But I honestly do think we'll get some news about Ahsoka Season 2. It would be very surprising if, especially because we know it's ending production and The Mandalorian Grogu is happening, that we don't get any upcoming announcements about it, which would be very, very odd, in my opinion. But I know Zeb can use the super strength, which is odd that he couldn't do that thing from before, but okay. But yeah, I'm going to be very curious to see what happens with that announcement. I do know that we got the new section in... Why can't I find my words? That's very understanding. Oh, we can use his weapon for that. That's really cool. That's his Lasat staff, which is a very cool weapon. Because only he and Callus have it. I would actually kind of like for Callus to be in the next season of Rebels, or maybe he's like his wingman, because it's heavily implied that they do become good friends at the end of the show, especially because he's Fulcrum. That was Ahsoka's previous title. I'm curious to see what happens, because they will most likely not recast. I don't know if they'll recast, because the guy who voiced Callus was wow, that really backfired. What's going on here, Ahsoka? I thought you could do... Oh, I just had to aim in the right spot. Okay. The main thing that I have kind of going against it... Ahsoka, don't you dare move. I don't know what I'm thinking right here. Because I want to be Sabine a bit more. Because why not? Is I honestly believe that we may get some Callus, and I would be very upset if the original actor did not play him, but I can understand why the original actor doesn't necessarily return. Also, this is a bit more cathartic because of the whole thing that happened with Ahsoka and Luke in Book of Boba Fett. Oh my goodness, I can complain about that episode of Book of Boba Fett a whole lot more than you think I can, because again, I think it fundamentally killed the show. Anywho, semantics. I know we gotta be Zeb again. I do like this pack because the characters feel much more unique compared to like other packs. I think the most unique pack, and like if I'm ultimately going to compare them, is I would compare it to more of the Jedi pack, which I thought was pretty unique too, because you had the likes of Kit Fisto, and then I'm really curious because I remember like none of the puzzles here. I think that led to a mini kit that I already got. Again, I really do think that because there's nothing there. Whee! But I do like that Ahsoka's in this. I wish she wasn't DLC. Maybe she can be accepted more into the Star Wars canon. I actually do think, considering how the Star Wars and the internet is, which is not really the best relationship, yeah, that hopefully things can go well. Oh, Ahsoka can use her lightsaber for that. Interesting. That did not work as well as I'd hope. Anyway, Zeb, we gotta go up here. Okay? But yeah, I very much do hope that they announce that Kanan's coming to the show. That's my big announcement. If not, then I feel like they need to announce it at Star Wars Celebration in Japan next year. I definitely feel like that announcement's coming soon. I mean, you can't not have Kanan, but you could have him flashbacks similar to how you had Hayden Christensen there, which I'm very intrigued. I'm very impressed with what's been going on with Hayden Christensen, in that there's kind of been a resurgence of him as Anakin, which I think is really cool. Because we used to just hate him, but now it's just like it's kind of cool to see him back. You know, in a weird cosmic way, it's great to see him back. But I did like his relation. A lot of people are saying we should get a live action Star Wars show. I'm much more against that than anything else. I wish I was joking, because like we already have the animated show. There's no need to do a live action version. There's nothing to gain. While I do think the actress who played young Ahsoka did a decent job. Yes, she's the same actress from Ezra's just jumping up and down. Okay. I didn't notice this thing before. Or that was the puzzle from before. Okay. I don't need a Clone Wars live action show. I don't mind little flashbacks as long as they relate to what's going on in the episode. If anything, I would like Captain Rex to appear in the next season. Maybe they'll announce Captain Rex coming. I feel like we should get an Ahsoka announcement, or that some more stuff is going on with the show. We don't have a small character that can actually fit through there. Unless Chopper can. Can Chopper go through there? I'm really curious. No, he can't. Okay, I'm very much surprised, Chopper. I'm really surprised. Let me get a small character real fast because I just want to do that puzzle more than anything else right now. Because I want to get as many... Oh, that was a red brick. Okay. As I just fall to my death. Okay. I'm going to try and avoid that path. So yeah, I think it'd be great if maybe... Because they really do like announcing the characters coming to the park. If they will announce that... if some more of the Rebels characters will be joining the main... Whoa, that really backfired, Watto. I'm going to switch you over to Kane because I'd rather have Kane for the section helping out Ezra with the boulder. The boulder must be moved. Anyway, that's my predictions of what's going to happen with Ahsoka. I want to know your guys' predictions. Like, what's your ultimate pick about what they announced for either the Rebel characters or so forth? I think we personally all make some great theories. Again, I'm very much leaning towards the announcements of Kanan, or that these characters are coming to the parks. Maybe Zeb, because they made the big proclamation of the Hulk figure in the parks. So part of me wonders if they're gonna bring a Zeb-like figure that's very reminiscent of the Hulk animatronic they built for the meet and greets, which I have not seen because, again, I'm not the biggest meet and greet fan, especially at Disney. That's probably the first time I'm going to say it, but gold bricks. Gold. I don't think we actually have a character that can deal with the gold bricks. We can deal with silver. But anywho. I know it's like, you could just switch to different characters. Like, I don't want to. I'll come back through and do it. This feels like the final hurrah of this level because we're just heading up to Luke's island, unless there's some like mini puzzles along the way. I know like stop when we get to Luke, like right there. But I'm curious what's on this side of the island. There's always more on a different side of the island. I want to play more as Ahsoka here because why not? Destroy your buddies. Your buddies will perish. I need to be Grievous for that. Oh, fine, I'll be Grievous for that. Even though, in all honesty, I can perfectly be Zeb for that, but again, no real reason, I suppose. I want to finish this with Ahsoka directly. I have a feeling I know like where the last two are. It's in that gold area and the pond area. I can actively go find those. Which I honestly think I'll do in between the recordings. Finally, thank you so much. I'm going to quickly go through my ranking of the characters. This one's a lot harder because I do love so much of the characters. I'm going to give the bottom place to Hera, just because she's very basic and a lot of her stuff Han Solo can do. But I ultimately love her character design, which brings her like one step above what you would normally think of with Hera. And then my next choice is going to be dear old Chopper, because, well, Chopper is just a basic droid. His flight does make him a little bit better. If he had more of his personality, like his more like, give him hell attitude, I would give him a shot above. Actually, I really do hope that they'll have Chopper on the show floor, like as a display in a costume. That would be amazing, because they always have costumes on the show floor. And then my next one, this is getting tougher, because I have to give it to Zeb. Zeb is a really cool design. I really do like that he has a staff that can be used for those puzzles. He has super strength. If only he could do a bit more of the stronger puzzles, he would be a top-tier character for sure. So, yeah, Zeb's my next on that ranking. And then after that, this is where it gets really tough. I have to give it to the Seventh Sister. While I do like that helicopter ability, and I do think that's really cool. Actually, she also has the dual and lightsaber, so I guess it goes a place above. I'll retract what I'm going to say. I'm going to be really sacrilege and go with Kane's my next one, just because he has the blaster, while it'll be cool to have his lightsaber. And also, while I'm not the biggest fan of his Season 1 design, I would rather have a Season 2 where you had the blindfold, but it makes sense because Season 2 didn't come out at this time, so it makes sense. And then I'm going to give it to Ezra, because I really do like his lightsaber that also shoots. It's the cooler weapon of the group, and I'm glad it's incorporated. I am going to be very curious to see what they do with Ezra down the line, and it's great to see them incorporated into the Ahsoka show. Then it's kind of a tie between Ahsoka and the Seventh Sister, just because they both have really cool lightsaber animations. and dual lightsabers. I wish Ahsoka's design was a bit better, but again, it was based off of Rebels, which doesn't really give her the best design. I didn't really like a lot of Rebels character designs. They need a lot more work. But then I think by process of elimination, the Seventh Sister, just because of that lightsaber, she has a really cool design. I think they did a great job of implementing anime characters in this game, because they're mainly just minifigures. So you can make them look basically all the same. But I did like having this character incorporated, so yeah. And with that, we're going to end this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Join us next time to take a look at the Freemaker one, which in all honesty, I'm kind of upset they included, but I felt like they need to meet a quota. Anyway, that's it for me at the moment. We'll see you guys next with the Freemaker Adventures. Bye-bye.